Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 1-1 draw against Motherwell in the opening day of the Premiership today. So once again, we didn't want to start the season well, and you could argue that that's us dropped 2 points already on the opening day of the season. This is going to be a long season. As much as there is an element of it being a transition season, we need to win by any means necessary, and I kind of don't care if it's an ugly win or not. We need to win, and today we once again fell short. It was a game of two halves. As much as Motherwell were good in the first half, we were probably the better team. We just never turned up in the second half, and that's a complete role reversal from what we've seen in the first few games of the season so far. We've normally started the first half really bad and got better in the second. Today we've done the exact opposite. We lined up with Butland, Tavernier, Jigga, Suter, Aarons, Rothwell, Raskin, Diomande, Dowell, Gassama and Danilo. On the subs bench, Kelly, Cortez, Barron, Dessers, Barami, Cameron, Jeffdate, Fernandez and Curtis. So the obvious one to note there is Gassama playing from the start. So it was a lively start from Motherwell. On the 5th minute, there was a free kick from Tavernier from 25 yards on the left side, up and over the two-man wall, and forces the keeper into a decent save and put it out for the corner. From that corner, a minute later, Raskin with a header over the bar from the back post. 9th minute, there was a quick break up the park, a nice layoff at the edge of the box for Gassama, who hits a curler on the deck and just wide of the right post. 10th minute, a quick break from Motherwell down the right, cross into the middle, and Jigga with a header right back to Butland. 12th minute, Danilo with a quick snapshot from 15 yards from goal, skims the top of the bar and over. Really good work where he initially chested it down and drove it forward. We didn't need to wait too much longer though, because in the 14th minute we went 1-0 up with Tavernier scoring. It was a corner in from the left to the back of the 6 yard box, and a towering header from Tavernier headed down into the bottom corner. A fantastic delivery as well, and great with Tavernier with the execution in the header. However, you've just seen the great of Tavernier, then you've seen the bad of Tavernier on the 23rd minute where he gave the ball away in our half, trying to play it forward. It was a quick ball forward to the left side of our box by Motherwell. A shot, it should have been easily gathered for Butland. He got his hand to it, he spills it, it allows the attacker to have another shot, hits right off Butland and eventually cleared. Really poor from Tavernier and Butland there. 31st minute, Tavernier nearly given the ball away in midfield again, however was saved by Dowell, charging back, winning the ball, driving it forward, and he put in a decent pass to get the ball forward. It was really surprisingly great from Dowell there. 40th minute, last piece of play in the first half, a quick break from Motherwell, starting on the right, playing it to the left of the attacker, who either had a shot or a cross, but it went well wide anyway. So Motherwell were dangerous on the break in the first half, but I think we had the measure of them. That we had something like 7-8 corners in the first half. We just never capitalised on it. Into the second half, no changes. I missed the first couple of minutes because I was doing the dishes, and it was quite clear from very early on we just did not come out for the second half. 51st minute, Motherwell with a free kick on the left, whipped the ball right into the back post. Motherwell player heads it over the bar from close range. Really dangerous, that one there. 55th minute, Motherwell down the left, a couple of quick passes on the left side of the box, cuts inside, beats Jigga, has a shot, a great dive and save by Butland, who could only palm it to the middle of the box, right into the path of the Motherwell attacker, who was about to shoot. However, a last ditch block by Suter, and we managed to get the ball away, living dangerously at that point there. 62nd minute, a tame effort from the left side of the box from us. 62nd minute as well, Danilo and Diomande off, Dessers and Cameron on. 69th minute, we had a corner from the left, right to the back post. It was knocked into the centre, and then cleared to Cameron, who had a shot outside the box through the defence, but it was right at the keeper, who gathered easily. 70th minute, Motherwell with a cross from the left side of the box and headed over the bar at close range. 73rd minute, Rothwell and Raskin off, Barron and Barami on. 78th minute, Dessers and Barron holding up the ball well on the left side of the Motherwell box, lays it off to Barron, who ballooned it over the bar. 79th minute, Motherwell quickly up the park, we were caught short. Motherwell drift to the right side of the box, they put a cross in, Jigga blocks it, Motherwell recycle the ball and have a shot, but it was mishit and trundles wide. It was a dangerous break nonetheless. 82nd minute, Motherwell with a shot from 20 yards but drags it well wide. 82nd minute, Gassama off and Cortez on. And then You had seen it coming because it was all Motherwell at this point. On the 87th minute, Motherwell drew level to make it 1-1. I know I'm maybe being overly critical of him here, but there was a chance with Dessers going up the park and the keeper managed to gather it at a close range from Dessers. Dessers was getting jockeyed by the defender at this point. He clearly thought there was a foul, so stopped, turned to look at the ref and put his hands up. He never tracked anybody at all, completely taking his eye off the ball. The Motherwell keeper quickly played it to that same player who he was jockeying, Dessers. From there, that player got it up the park, they play it through, it goes to the left side, the attacker jinks through our defence on the left side of the box, cutting inside, has a shot, it was blocked, only out to his own player who floats it in. It was then chested by their attacker in the box, and the original attacker shoot the ball into the back of the net. Really poor defending, just standing off, and as I said, it had been coming. 89th minute, there was a chance for us blocked at the last minute, which would have been probably a certain goal, but with us you never know. And in the 94th minute, nearly came a cropper again, a big chance for Motherwell on the quick break, ending in a big save from Butland. So it ended up 1-0, really poor that there. I mean, Motherwell, you've got to give them credit because they never gave up, they kept on trying. They were arguably playing football that we should have been playing and we were expecting to play this season. But no, we almost as if we were happy to defend the 1-0 lead, which is not the way to play. It's an uphill battle from League Game 1 already, and I can quite imagine what the comments are going to be online. As much as it's, as I said from the outset, as much as this is partially a transition season, we need to win by any means necessary, and protecting a 1-goal lead is certainly not the way to do it. So it leaves us now going into the next game, which is going to be another tough game against Victoria on Tuesday night in the Champions League qualifier. On the back of tonight's performance, then you don't hold out too much hope, do you? But I'll be back with a post-match after that. Dave and I just put out the last main podcast there, so you can get that on all usual podcast outlets. So all that's left to say is thanks for listening and goodbye.